Kia ora, good evening and welcome to Central News for Friday the 1st of August 2014. I'm Anne-Marie Case-Miller. In today's news, the Lake Taupo Protection Project is well on its way to achieving its target for reducing nitrogen levels leaching into the lake from surrounding land. A long-term monitoring plan of Lake Taupo was adopted and signed yesterday by the Waikato Regional Council, Taupo District Council and the Lake Taupo Protection Trust. More than $80 million has been spent reducing nitrogen in the lake, and currently the project has reduced nitrogen levels of more than 150 tonnes per year, with its target of 170.3 tonnes expected to be fully met this year. Choose Your Challenge is a new addition to the Cancer Society's Daffodil Day appeal that begins today and runs for the entire month, finishing in a national street collection on Daffodil Day, which is Friday the 29th of August. Sarah Fitzpatrick from the Waikato Bay of Plenty Division Cancer Society of New Zealand explains more about the new addition to the Daffodil Day appeal, Choose Your Challenge.
Well, cancer is one of the biggest challenges that many people will face in their lifetimes. So this year we're asking New Zealanders to choose their own challenge to face as a way of raising money for the Cancer Society and giving hope to those people affected by cancer. It's a bit of a fun way of raising money and it'll be really easy, and it's completely up to people what they want to choose. So if they want to dye their hair yellow or give up something for a month like coffee or cakes or even their cell phone maybe. Lots of options and lots of fun.
If you're a fan of Manuka honey on your toast in the mornings, a new guide will help ensure your honey is doing all it says it does. The Ministry for Primary Industries has released an interim labelling guide for the Manuka honey industry to clarify what claims can be made and what constitutes Manuka-type honey. The guide will help consumers clarify that what they're buying and paying a premium for is a Manuka honey. The interim guide also clarifies what's expected on honey labels and in advertising, including issues around therapeutic and health claims. There have been only 2 new confirmed measles cases in the Waikato District Health Board area in the past week, bringing the total to 116 confirmed cases. Of those 116, only 4 people are fully immunised and 9 cases have been hospitalised but are now well. Dr Anita Bell, Medical Officer of Health at the Waikato DHB, says there have also been 105 people who presented with a rash. However, further testing found it was not measles. And finally, downtown Tauranga will soon be home to a new multi-million-dollar tertiary campus after the final part of funding was approved yesterday. $15 million of funding has been confirmed, subject to conditions from the Tauranga Energy Consumer Trust, with the Bay of Plenty Regional Council donating a further $15 million. The $67 million landmark project will be built on Durham Street and is planned by the Tertiary Education Partnership, which is made up of the University of Waikato, Bay of Plenty Polytech, Te Whare Wānanga o Awanui-a-Rangi and Waiariki Institute of Technology. Taking a look at the marine forecast now. Raglan expect a nor'west of 15 knots, rising to a northerly of 25 knots this evening. Sea will become rough with a sou'west swell rising to 4 metres for a time and then dropping to a nor'west swell rising to 2 metres. Poor visibility and rain developing this evening with a high tide 28 minutes to 2 tomorrow morning. Bay of Plenty expect a nor'west rising to 20 knots Friday evening, sea becoming moderate with a northerly swell of 1 metre dying out. Fair visibility and patchy drizzle developing. High tide 1 minute to 11 tonight. Still to come on Central News, Hillary brings us all the glitz and glamour from a world premiere in Te Puke. Kia ora, welcome back to Central News. The Z-Nail Gang, the movie, has not only been filmed in locations around the Bay of Plenty, it's been entirely produced and funded by people in the Bay of Plenty too. Hillary attended the world premiere of the movie last night in Te Puke.
Now you are the cameraman.
Yeah, the director of photography, cinematographer. Yeah.
So what is your background?
My background's about 20 odd years in the film business. I started out doing lighting on feature films and things like that. Started out in Wellington really, doing Peter Jackson's early films. And then moved up through the ranks into the camera department, camera assisting, and ended up becoming a DOP. So yeah, it's just a process.
So a lot of experience. So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on when you first got the script for Z Now Gang?
When I first got the script, I thought this is unshootable on the money. I thought this is the most ambitious thing because first time films on low money are meant to be simple in 1 or 2 locations with a few, 5 or 6 actors maybe, make the process simple, but this is huge. It's like a huge film for the money, and it's amazing what they pulled together. So, yeah.
Are you quite surprised at what happened?
Well, I was there from the start, so I did see what happened, but it was pretty impressive, yeah. And I think people will be impressed by the end of it, yeah. So.
Have you seen the final cut?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's definitely what you expected. It's beautiful.
No, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I've only seen it in chunks, and I've been looking at it from a colour and light perspective, just grading it, the pictures, to make the pictures look good. So I haven't really seen it. I haven't really sat down and watched it just as a film on its own. So hopefully tonight I'll do that.
And were there any hairy moments out there filming or anything like that? Any kind of secret stories?
Lots of hairy moments. Vehicles not turning up on time. We had, a big night scene down at the bridge there, and some of our action vehicles had to leave early, and what are we going to do? How are we going to shoot that? Yeah, lots of drama. The last night, the last scene we were filming in the pub at Pukahina, power cut. Yeah, we couldn't finish the last. It was like something had cursed it. So it was a power cut, and then the generators wouldn't work. It was really weird. Anyway, we got it done.
So it's actually quite a feat that we're making it here tonight.
It's a big feat. It's a big feat because we only shot it back in February, March. So to get it here now is pretty good.
Is this one of the quickest films you've ever worked on? The timetable's insane.
Time frame is amazing.
Cool. Now, ladies, what was your role in the film?
We were just to be there to we're having a meeting, and we're all to come in and sit at the table as though we were having a meeting.
And there's something beautiful about your outfits here, I must say. Do you dress like this every day?
Once a month we go out for lunch, but yes, it is a New Zealand-wide group of ladies. It's commonly called Red Hats, so we're called the Pukahina Pōtais, which is Maori for hat, so we are the Pukahina Pōtais.
And did you guys enjoy your time with making the film?
Oh yes, very much. A marvellous experience, very much, yes.
Were you quite surprised at how much the community came together for the film?
Yes and no. We're quite a small community out there, and we all know each other and get on and talk, and it was really good to get to know people extra specially well, so it was really good.
Tracy from Creative Tauranga and Melissa from Bellavie. Now, Bellavie actually sponsored the makeup, didn't they?
That's right, yeah, they did. Very exciting and awesome to see such a great turnout in Te Puke.
And what kind of was there any special effects makeup that had to be done or anything like that?
Yes, there was, yeah. Kelly Mitchell was the makeup artist, and she was in control of doing all that, so she did an amazing job from Art and Body in Mount Maunganui.
And Tracy, have you ever seen Te Puke like this before?
I don't think so, Hilary. It's a bit exciting, isn't it? No one believed we were all this glam to come out to Te Puke tonight. I think it's amazing.
And are you guys excited about seeing the movie?
Absolutely. We've sort of been with this gang from the very outset of the concept, so for us tonight is a huge excitement to see it actually unveiled and watch the movie.
And what about you? You're excited about seeing the actual film?
I definitely am. Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Well, you guys look stunning. Oh, Tracy, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing a local designer, Hilary, supporting the local designers of Tauranga.
Coming up next, Hilary chats with some of the actors. That's next on Central News. Kia ora, welcome back to Central News. The Z-Nail Gang is a movie shot in the Bay of Plenty town of Te Puke. Hilary was at the world premiere on the red carpet where she spoke to some of the main cast.
Right, so we're here, finally, it's all come together. How are you feeling?
Very nervous, to tell you the truth. Excited, yeah, but I'll feel a lot better when the film's finished and when everybody's laughed in the right places and really enjoyed it, yeah.
Are you feeling nervous?
No, which is probably the wrong answer, but I'm so happy to be here and I'm so happy to see everybody and, you know, see this dream come true, so it's just really exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
yeah.
I just really hope that the community kind of loves it as much as we do. I'm really proud of what we've made. I really am.
Yeah. How has the whole process been? Is it kind of surreal to actually think you're actually here tonight, it's over almost, you know?
Yes, it is. It's been a crazy ride since we started. It's November. It was when we were delivering leaflets to people in their letterboxes, and then a couple of public meetings later, and then hey presto, we have a film. Which, yeah.
And so how was the post-production process, all the editing and that kind of thing? Was the last time we caught up with you, we were actually on location. A lot must have happened since then. Yeah.
A lot of hours in front of a computer screen. Yeah, I spent, I don't know, we finished in April. No, didn't we? We finished end of March.
Yeah.
We finished filming, and I edited solidly for April, May and June. So 3 months, and yeah, staring at a computer screen and editing scenes together, and then we were really lucky to have a really experienced drama editor come in and do a pass of the script and kind of really change the story around and change things over and yeah, make things a lot better.
So it could also almost look different to what the actors kind of think it look.
They weren't, there's a lot of scenes that have gone, there's scenes that have moved from the end of the movie to the front of the movie, well not quite, but you know, there's some hugely structural different changes that will be a surprise to everyone, so yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And are you surprised at how nicely everyone's scrubbed up here in Te Puke?
It's like Hollywood here in Te Puke. In fact, Mark Boyle was right with Te Puke wood. No, everyone's, I think people love an excuse to dress up and just look fantastic, and it's really nice to see everyone looking their absolute best. It's very fun.
Well, you both look gorgeous and you've both scrubbed up very nicely, and I can't wait to see the film.
I know.
Thanks. Yeah.
Cool, do that. Thank you very much.
Errol Shand, you play Dave, who's the main character, isn't he?
He is a main character in this film, yep, the Z-Nail Gang.
And now, this is probably one of something that you've never quite worked on before, the budget and the way it's just come together. Has it been quite mind-blowing?
Wow, yeah, it's actually funny. I was looking at IMDb, which is a film internet database today, and I looked down at the budgets of the stuff that I'd been part of, and most of the other ones that I've been part of that were low budget were at 100k, and so this is a 30k film. I mean, I've done lots of other stuff, but you know, free and even less, I guess, but 30k to do a feature film is just, it's really pushing it. I did something over in China a few years ago, and that was, I think it was a million or something, and that was, you know, on the bare bones. But this, you know, you couldn't have done this without the community of Te Puke and everyone else that helped out. I mean, it's impossible to do it without a community spirit and everyone getting behind it.
Had you been to Te Puke before, or was this your kind of first kind of seeing the bay really in and out?
I had definitely seen a big kiwi fruit before as I drove past.
But you hadn't seen the ins and outs.
I'd never seen the inner workings of Te Puke until now, and now I've had a good month and over a month's worth of hanging out here, and it's been great.
When you got the script, what kind of was that moment when you went, yeah, no, I want to be part of this film?
I think I like the humour throughout the Z-Nail Gang, and I think that the main thing that hooked me in was the fact that it's a true story. It's based on true events. It's topical. It's, you know, it's about mining, and it's about a community, and it's about them coming head to head. And the fact that it is based in truth, really, it made me quite passionate to want to be part of it. I mean, I really enjoy factual and retellings and characters that come from a truthful background, because it's really good for research, you know. So I can look back at, say, with this, and look at the things that happened around the time, and then feed that into what I've been doing. So for me as an actor, I really enjoy that sort of stuff, and I'm passionate about it, and you know, and the fact that this is for the environment, you know, and for here, you know, There was no question really, and even in a 30k film, you know, it's like, well, you got to sign up for something
Like
you
the
believe
challenge.
in. Yeah, absolutely. You got to believe in it.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you wouldn't hang around. You know.
Because when you were researching, because it is based on a true story, and you were researching, did you find that the script is quite truthful to pretty much the events that did happen in the past?
Outstanding. I was having a chat to a friend that was involved in it, in the events that were happening up north, and I didn't say anything about the scripts. And yet when she was recounting tales of things that she'd done and been part of, it was a word for word at times, and I sort of had shivers down the back of my spine type of deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just amazed. Yeah.
And so it was quite exciting to be a part of that then, I guess.
Completely. It even made it even more exciting. You know, just the fact that there was someone I was talking to and connected with. This is through a friend of a friend's mother, and you know, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is. It's something that, you know, with most stories you don't actually get that close, and I think with this one, that was one of the things that I really, you know, it made me quite passionate, you know, and because I felt a lot more compelled to be part of something that, you know, in a way I am part of already, connected with friends and all the rest of it, and, you know, it made it quite local, and yeah.
And you're excited to see the final product? Have you seen the final product?
I've got no idea what the final product's going to look like. This is probably one of the first times I haven't had a decent idea of what. I mean, the editing process is an amazing thing, and it's completely out of your hands, and you can only do the work that you've done. And you know, I know what the story was when we filmed it.
Well, Kylie and Anton, I was talking to them earlier, and they did say that the actors are probably not going to recognise it, so you might be a little bit surprised.
I love surprises.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, can't wait to see the film, and all the best with it.
Yeah, thank you.
Up next on Central News, we stay with the world premiere of the Z Nail Gang movie, and Hillary catches up with Auntie again. That's next on Central News. Kia ora, welcome back to Central News. The town of Te Puke was alive with the glitz and glamour of Hollywood last night with the world premiere of the Z Nail Gang, a movie made entirely in the Bay and by the community. Hillary was on the red carpet speaking with some of the local talent.
Vanessa, we're finally here. We're finally at the big night. How does it feel?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm really nervous, so nervous, and I was crying earlier today thinking, oh no, I'm going to actually see what we've done, because it was all, you know, all in different places, and but I'm happy, I can't wait to see it.
I was talking to Kylie and Anton before, and they said that the actors might actually not recognise it because they've changed up some bits and that kind of thing, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise for you guys.
That's Anton all over. Fantastic. Not so long ago, probably about 4 weeks after that we shot, he got me to do some pickups in Auckland, and it was hilarious because we were in the mud in the middle of Auckland, so he has to match that to where we were, so in Bay of Plenty.
So what was the filming process like? How did you find it, the whole thing? Because it was shot in such a small time frame.
It was actually quite difficult, but everyone was there passionately and lovingly. The kaupapa of the story, no mining, that was the most important thing. That's what caught my eye about it. And but generally it was rip or bust, basically. You know, but it was good. It was an excellent project, and I hope it does really well for Anton. He's an amazing writer. He's an amazing director. Yeah.
So it was when you were reading the script, it was that thing of mining that kind of made you wanted to be a part of it?
What it was the small town people who beat big time America. That to me was really important, because everyone comes over here to mine our resources. They don't really have an investment in the people or the environment. All they want's our resource to take with them. So for me, I'm anti-mining. I don't like mining at all. So that's what caught my eye about the script. But the script was written so beautifully as well. Anton, I was just, you know, I read it from front to finish. As soon as I got it, I didn't put it down. Normally I'll read the first 2 pages, but I just kept turning it was fantastic, and laugh hilariously, so I've got to have this part. So yeah.
And have you ever worked on something where people have come together so much and the community's come behind it?
Never. It's always been the money that's brought people. But what I saw here was everyone pitched in, everyone was happy, positive all the time. The love that man has in this area is really amazing, and some of that rubbed up on me. When I left Bay of Plenty after we finished shooting, I stood and I was alone in the middle of the street, and I looked and it was misty, and it just felt, I cried because I didn't want to leave, you know, I really did. And so since then I've been trying to make my way back. But you know, and I must say, Auntie doesn't have a tooth, but I do.
So there we go. If anyone out there is filming in the Bay of Plenty, Vanessa's looking for a job so she can move here.
Yes, thank you very much.
Looks like a fantastic night, and I have to say, didn't our Hillary look gorgeous? Time to take a look at the weather now. Saturday, Hamilton, you can expect occasional light rain or drizzle with northerlies and 18 your high, low of 11 overnight. Around the Waikato, Paeroa 18 and low of 6. Matamata, you'll get through to 17 with a low of 7. Te Awamutu, 18 your high for Saturday, and Tokoroa 15 your high with a low of 11. Heading over the Kaimai Ranges to Tauranga, where we can expect occasional light rain or drizzle, northerlies and a high of 18 with the low of 13 overnight. And around the bay, Te Puke can expect a high of 16 for Saturday with a low of 13 degrees. Taking a look at Sunday's weather now with Hamilton, the rain should ease to a few showers with the southwest change, high of 16 degrees, and with that southwest, drop down the temperature overnight down to a low of 1 Sunday night. Paeroa, high of 17 expected with a low of 3. Matamata 15 your high for Sunday, low of 2. Te Awamutu 16 and 1, and Tokoroa your high 14 with a low of 1. Tauranga for Sunday, expect rain to ease to a few showers with a westerly change, 17 your high and a low of 4. And around the bay, Te Puke can expect a high of 15 degrees with a low of 5 overnight. And that's Central News for today, Friday the 1st of August 2014. Thank you for joining me this week. Make sure you join our Facebook page. Let us know of news in your community. Hillary's back next week. I'm Anne-Marie Case-Miller. Have a fantastic weekend. Ka kite anō.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.